Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy The Fulfills, and I'm back again with another YouTube video. Now, today we're going to be doing your top 5 needs for your desired rank in Tekken 8. Now, I wanted to do this video because when I stream on Twitch, if you guys are not following the Twitch, make sure you follow the Twitch. Twitch.tv/thefulfills. I'll have it showing up on the screen somewhere. But I get this question a lot on my streams. You know, people ask me, oh, I'm hard stuck Henry, oh, I'm hard stuck this rank, that rank. Any tips? And I usually say the same things, or sometimes I need more specifics to understand why they're stuck. But I thought it'd be a good idea for me to make this video and give you guys my top 5 list of things that I absolutely think you need to get from your desired rank. Now for this specific video, we're going to be talking from ranks from Garyu to Mighty Ruler. So from Garyu to Mighty Ruler, anything in between, that's what we're focusing on in this video. I'll do another video for some more higher ranks in the future. But for this video, we're going to be focusing from Garyu to Mighty Ruler, anything between that. So, okay, I've got my notes ready. Let's go ahead and get into this. So, okay, so the first thing you need is a reliable combo. That's number 1. You need a reliable combo. You need something that you know you can always go for regardless of the situation when you land a launch, right? This for every character, no matter which character you're playing. You land a launch, you need to know what you can go into, something that's reliable all the time. For example, for Nina, I always want to go into something like this. This is not optimal, by the way. It doesn't have to be optimal at all. Just something you know you can always go into, and it's a combo. For example, for Nina, I get a launch, something like this. Something as small as this, as long as you get something every time. Same thing if I was to get another type of launch like this. You know, I could do something like this. Do the same thing, right? Something that works consistently is what you need. As long as you can get some form of combo, an okay-ish damaging combo from a launch, that's good enough. So that is number 1. Have a reliable combo you can use in pretty much every situation. Number 2, you need to have a whiff punish buttons. Know your whiff punishing buttons. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have King whiff some stuff here, and I'm going to show you an example of my whiff punishing buttons. Alright, so here is an example. This would apply to every character in the game. Let's say you're playing against somebody, and this happens a lot in those ranks. People whiff a lot. When I say whiff, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I mean people press a lot of buttons, but the buttons are not actually hitting you. It's hitting thin air. It's not actually hitting you. So that's what I mean when I say whiff. When buttons are just not reaching you, they're just hitting the air, just whiffing, right? So this happens a lot at these ranks. You're playing against someone, you're around this range, and the opponent tends to whiff a lot, right? Something like this. And at those ranks, a lot of people let people get away with it. They're like, oh, he whiffed, I'm fine, it didn't touch me, so I'm okay. But no, you need to be punishing your opponents for doing these things. So when you see your opponents going for moves and they're whiffing, you need to be ready with a counter of your own. So you need to figure out what you're comfortable countering your opponent with, with your character. For Nina, for example, I'll do something like this. Launch, and then I'd go into the same combo which we just done. That alone is enough. I could do whatever else I'm comfortable with. Even at something as small as this, back 1-4. Right, I could do back 1+4. Which again, I can get the same combo from. Once again, the key here is simply to stop letting people get away with whiffing multiple strings or just whiffing attacks in your face without any repercussions. You have to start punishing your opponents for doing these things without thinking. Make them afraid to do it. Because if you just sit there and block, or you allow them to get away with it, you're doing something wrong, because you've now not punished them for doing anything. So they're not afraid to throw these things out. So that's number 2. Number 3 is patience and creating space. Now, what I mean by this actually backs up the second point very well. In order to actually successfully get your whiff punish, which we talked about, right? In order to be able to land these things, you need to be able to create space. Now, this heavily relies on you backdashing. Don't worry about Korean backdashing or anything technical. You don't need it at this level. You can simply do a regular backdash. That's enough to create some space, or the amount of space you need in order to counter it. So in order to land these whiff punishes, once again, you need to be backdashing. Create some space, which will then create that situation where the opponent will whiff the attack. If you sit still or you're not moving much, most likely you're going to end up blocking the attack, which isn't really what you want, because if it's something that's not punishable, they're safe, and the situation there is it's not really the best situation. You're not getting anything out of it. Well, if you're backdashing, even backdashing, sidestep, frequently backdash, you create that separation you need, that if they make a mistake and with something, you can be ready. And this is how you pretty much make sure you're ready with something, right? So that's number 3. Create that separation you need yourself. Be patient as well. A lot of people get impatient within these ranks and they always want to do something, they want to go in. Understand that your opponent is most likely thinking the same thing. They want to go in on you. Be the one that's patient, be the one that's a bit more reserved. Allow your opponent to make the mistake and punish them heavily for it. Right? And that is number 3. Number 4 is something I tell almost everybody at these ranks that I'm sure they're not abusing enough, and that is throws. Throws are very, very, very strong in this game. Not only are they harder to break in this game, they're also tracking. But the main thing is, at these levels, most people are not breaking throws. And even if they do break certain throws, they're not breaking all the different kinds of throws. What I mean by that is, if you have a throw which is done by 1+2 and the break is 1+2, most people are not breaking those throws at this rank. So with Nina, if I do up forward 1+2, that is a 1+2 break. So you have to press 1+2 to break the throw, right? Now, most people are not breaking this throw at this rank, which makes it very abusable. In a game like Tekken, if you realize your opponent is not stopping something, they're unable to deal with it, you need to be abusing it. There's no such thing as spamming. It's simply you're unable to deal with it, so I'm going to abuse it, and that is how you win. You want to win, you simply do what your opponent cannot deal with. Now, yes, throws extremely strong, extremely strong. What you want to be doing is mixing it up though. Nina has a 1 break throw, which you break by pressing 1. She has a 2 break throw, which you break by pressing 2. And she has a 1+2 throw, which you break by pressing 1+2. But that's a very good throw game. Not every single character has as good as a throw game as Nina, but every character can mix up their throw game with at least a 1+2 break, right? So make sure you're utilizing your throws frequently, because most of the time it's a lot of free damage for you that you're missing out on because you're not going for the throws enough. Doing it once a round or once a set, not enough. See how many times you can do it and you'll be surprised with the results. Number 5, this is the very last point, and this is abuse lows. A lot of people, well, majority of people at these ranks do not block their legs. They tend to stand still or walk backwards when they're blocking. They're not very used to defending their legs very much. So a lot of lows tend to be very free damage a lot of the time, and not enough people are abusing that at these ranks. You'll start doing mids, power crashes, all of these stuff. You need to be rinsing your lows for your character. For Nina, she has a down back 3, really good low. You know, it is punishable on block, but it's not heavily, but it's not launch punishable, so it's not like you're taking a huge risk or anything, unless it's against a character like Kazuya or Eddie now, but it's not a huge risk. Make sure you are abusing these lows. Lows are your best friend in these ranks. Lows and throws specifically. Lows and throws will get you by so quickly through the ranks. I'm not even joking. Lows and throws, guys. Make sure you abuse them. You mainly want to throw out a low which is not really extremely punishable, but is a pretty good low to throw out. Right? You don't want to be throwing out a launch, but like, I wouldn't throw this out all the time. because it can be launch punished on block, right? But I'll throw this out because I know I'm less punishable and it still does decent damage. So abuse your lows in these ranks, right? Now to summarize everything, let's go through the list again and summarize everything we just learned. Have reliable combos, reliable whiff punishes, patience and creating separation, abusing throws, and abusing lows. You follow these 5 steps and you should be able to rank up to your preferred rank within from Garyu all the way to Mighty Ruler. Make sure you guys follow these steps. It will help you a lot, and I promise you, you should get some results. All right, well, those are my must needs 5 tips for Garyu to Mighty Ruler, man. If you guys have any questions or anything you were unclear of, let me know down below in the comments. I'm down to respond to you guys and we can have a conversation about it. Let me know what type of videos you want to see in the future as well, and I'll be glad to help. And yeah, man, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully I was able to help some people out there. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Share it around with your friends. And I'll see you guys in the next video, man. Peace.